Hello and welcome back to another Half-Life 2 live stream. Sorry for the delay there. Just as I was about to come online about half an hour ago, a good friend of mine was asking for some tech tips, which, well, to be fair, she's helping my lovely wife try out a new phone. So we're trying to unlock the phone, and yeah, we didn't manage it, but I think we're well on our way now. So yeah, thank you for your patience. Given that I was trying to start at around about 3:05. Anyway, hello, William Defoe. Willem Defoe's fruitcake. Hello, and let us continue uh, on our adventure. We're about to go into the mines, I think, and then after that, if memory serves, it is Highway 17 on our way to Nova Prospect. But anyway, getting ahead of myself. Oh, what a start! Well, that was a terrible start to the stream. Why on earth would I stop with my back to it? Oh, anyway, okay, to a sheer drop. We're surrounded by the hideous, dark head crabs, and you know, I had a memory about this game yesterday, which I hadn't. I mean, I haven't thought about my first times with this game, my first years or months, years, weeks and months with this game for a while. Um, but I had a memory where I seem to recall that my then girlfriend um, was obsessed with um, the antlions and the queen's gland that you get. She would sort of yeah, she was a bit of a nerd, of course. Of course she was. Um, but she would sort of in high school, go up to people and go, I'm not sure that we'll necessarily be able to get to the point of having the gland in my hand in this particular playthrough. Okay. Oh. Oh. Okay. No guts, no glory. I'm going to go back and get some life. But it was a very particular memory. I just remembered her taking great pleasure in the sort of the squishiness of the gland. I think she was imagining that she was holding it or something in a biology class, and showing it to people. Or at the very least, showing that gesture to people, Oh no! I fell. I'm gonna go up here. It's okay. Ni guts, ni glory. Oh. Yeah, feck off, man.
Minor lacerations detected.
Okay. Oh, no. Go away, go away. Oh, these aren't the dark ones. These are just the slightly evolved ones. My health is taking a battering. Okay. Hopefully that's helped. This may sound strange, but what are the origins of my video intro? How do you mean? Do I have a video intro? You're gonna have to expand a wee bit on that, I'm afraid. Oh, okay. Oh. Okay, that didn't work. Still being chased by the fucking. Can I grab those health packs from up there? Don't. No, I can't. Okay. Oh, this is a terrible.
Critical. Seek medical attention.
I will, when it's feasible. And the feckin' things aren't chasing me. That might... No, that didn't help much. Just don't panic. Just don't panic. There we go. Oh, the hello and welcome back. Oh, I don't know. I mean, if it's... as I've mentioned elsewhere, I do and have been making videos about archaeology on another YouTube channel for 10 years or so now. And I think it just comes from essentially I'm sort of imagining what I would say to people, you know, if and when they turn up. I don't know. I'm not quite sure I can answer that. Put it this way, it wasn't a super conscious decision. I mean, I guess one conscious decision is the way that I often end my videos and my streams, is in so much as, you know, wishing everyone to take well and to take care until next time. I think that's just a nice way to obviously say bye-bye, but also it gives you something to say, doesn't it? I feel often saying bye-bye to anyone, especially in person, can be very difficult. I've heard people say, in particular in Britain, that it's, you know, the most difficult thing that they know how to do is ending a conversation, you know. So there is that, but I think the hello is just generally how I say hello, or how I would say hello to people. You know, hello, welcome back. Ah, well, these are health packs down there. Let's see. No, there's no. Some shotgun ammo. Now, will I be able to drop with 10% life and not die before the health packs down there take effect? Let us see, shall we? Whoop. Yes! Hooray! And you, my friend. Oh. Can get lost. Ah, that's a relief. But yeah, absolutely. Feel free to nick it. It's a perfectly amiable way of proceeding with things, isn't it? Ooh. Now then, I think I might need the gravity gun to help me. How? Ooh, interesting. Must be something I can use to make an impromptu bridge across this gap. Or is it a case of jumping onto that? Aha! Oh. Well, I messed that up, didn't I? No. Okay. Anything else I can grab? Rats. Rat scallion. Oh, life. Ammo. Okay, some ammo. Oh, I just meant to drop down there. Maybe I meant to drop down there. Oh, okay, down we go. Got a health pack on the way down. Oh, dodge the tongue, the dangling. Oh, I need oxygen. Oh, there's some more health up there. Can we grab that? Maybe if we go up a bit with the barnacle's tongue, and grab and then shoot that and drop. Hey! My plan worked beautifully. And we get to see all the bits floating as well. The semi-digestive bits that the barnacle has left behind for us. And did we get the shotgun ammo? I think we must have done. Yeah, okay. Oh, no, up, 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 up. Don't drown, don't drown. Shouldn't use all... See, that's the gamble, isn't it? When you use I think the torch and the oxygen power run off the same system. So when you turn your torch on, yeah, it... basically, you're making a choice there, aren't you? Oh, hang on, I need more air. Prepare properly, or prepare to fail. Fail to prepare, prepare to fail. Ooh, come on, get some air, Mr. Freeman. Right, down we go. And up here. Oh, I've gone back the way I came. Okay. So I want to go down there next. Hopefully that wasn't too boring an answer. I don't know, it's just how I say hello. Okay. Flames. Oh, yes, I remember this bit. Need to sort of be ready to follow. And stay out of this thing's way. Oh, ah! It's an ingenious design in terms of a trap. You'd never have discovered Half-Life if you hadn't played BioShock. Interesting. What was the how does that work? Did you play a BioShock and then someone said, "Oh, that's like Half-Life," or what? So, down, wait for it to go up. Because obviously BioShock owes an awful lot to Half-Life, you know. Not least the default weapon, you know, as a crowbar in Half-Life and a wrench in BioShock. The lineage is obvious. Ah, dodge them! Get out the way! There we go. The noise of the pained human below is just always grim to me. The sort of the desperate moaning that they're making, and presumably it's because they're sort of they're now, I guess, emoting the desperation of the head crab, you know. It's just horrible, a horrible noise. There we go. To attack anyone who may be around. Bit more nice techno music. Oh, nice little trap there for us. All the poisonous guys. Worked. Oh no! Oh, I love and hate that. The music's a bit loud now, isn't it? Hopefully it's not too loud on the stream. Just turning it down on my earphones there. An execution or something over here? Blood on the wall. Looks grim. Oh no, this is a good killing. These are bad guys. Although I reckon that guy's going to try and mash me up, so throw a grenade in there. Yeah, that's what we want. Interesting that the combined soldiers are taking out the head crabs. Presumably the head crabs then aren't particularly well, of course they're not. Whoa! Aren't particularly discerning in their victims. Yeah, I remember this. Do you know, it was really exciting as well when I first played this game to have things like, sniper fire destroying boxes in in and around. The fact that the NPCs could affect the environment similar to that, in similar ways to that which I could as a player, was exciting. I don't think friendly fire is a thing in this game, though. I don't think I've seen. No, actually, no. I've seen obviously antlions and monsters attack other NPCs, but maybe I wonder what would happen if they shot each other. Anyway, well, Bioshock was the first shooter I played that really grabbed me. I just bought that FPS game, thought that FPS games were mindless killing, a la Call of Duty and this kind of thing. Yeah, I suppose. But Bioshock has the interesting story I wanted to play. More games like it. I don't blame you. Discovered Half-Life completely by accident. Wow, what a discovery to make. That must have felt wonderful when you discovered Half-Life for the first time. Bioshock, for a long time actually. Well, let me think. So I first heard of Bioshock in my third year at university, I think, or possibly just after I graduated. And my then housemate, who was a complete arsehole, sorry, I'm not pulling my punches there, but he really was a complete dick. He, I once got home to find him looking at the way the rotation of the electricity meter and doing I mean, he was a clever guy, doing a calculation based on the rotations of how much energy each person was using when they were in the house. So he asked me to go and turn on my computer so he could then adequately divide the energy bill between the lot of us, because he was convinced he was using far less energy because he was so much more efficient in his life than the rest of us were. Oh crap! Anyway, he was a complete dick, and but he did have Bioshock on PC when it came out, and one one vacation, I suppose. We didn't get reading weeks at my university, but I think it was Christmas or something. No, it wouldn't be Christmas. It would be maybe Easter holiday. I was wanting to stay in uni and work on my dissertation. So that must have been so third year. There you go, third year. And he went home. Incidentally, he didn't do as well as me at university, so yeah, just a little smug thing there. But anyway, he went home, and I won't, I think I'm comfortable confessing this, but I booted up Bioshock on my laptop. No, so my desktop computer at that point could run it, and this would have been third year. Yeah, could just about run it. It didn't look beautiful, but the story was incredible. And I remember thinking, this is similar to Half-Life in so much as you, as the protagonist, are experiencing the story. You learn as you go, and you can pay attention to as much or as little of the story as you want to. And I went through a phase. Certainly when I got Bioshock eventually, I didn't complete the game in the third year. I went through a phase of playing it loads in the first flat where my lovely wife and I were living together, and when I was looking for a job in the Northeast. I played loads and loads of Bioshock, and I essentially wanted to explore the place. I almost wished I could not live there, obviously, but visit the place would be amazing. So yeah, I became utterly obsessed with the first Bioshock. Bioshock 2, when it came out, I bought immediately. I don't think it was as good as the first one, but it was a good, in-universe story. Um, and then obviously Bioshock Infinite, I got on Xbox 360 a little bit after its release. Again, looking for jobs and not rolling in money. But that game I also quite like. But interestingly, there's been a bit of a backlash against it recently in terms of people saying it was overrated. I haven't really looked into that, but perhaps I shall. I think I saw Jim Sterling and a few other people saying, "Oh, it's not as good as you remember it being." I remember it being very good. The thing that made me want to play Half-Life was Zero Punctuation Yahtzee's playthrough series, and I thought it looked very interesting. I'll never understand people who say Half-Life 1 is dated. Neither will I. Neither will I. The puzzles, the the absolute desire from the very beginning of that game to ground you. And for me, I mean, you'll often hear me say grounding is important. In Ghibli animations, grounding I think is important in reality and the beauty of the world. And you know, as I said before, when magical things happen, you're more likely to accept them and to go along with them. And in Half-Life, the fact that you start the day, well, you start the day, literally you start the day in that game, and you're on a commute, and your adventure grows from there. It's so compelling and so relatable. Even if I mean I didn't have a job. No, I did have a job. I was working at Blockbuster the first time I played Half-Life 1. But I didn't have I wasn't a grown up with a 9 to 5, and but it's still relatable. You go, okay, well, this is Gordon, and he's on his way to work. This is what he does every day, and then suddenly his day goes completely skew it. Oh no, that's a good guy. Skew whiff is one way of putting it, obviously. I suppose because I was speaking of which, the friend I was just helping with her phone is a physicist actually, and she often jokes that Half-Life should have more science in it, and I kind of agree. It would have been nice to see a bit more of Gordon's action.
Communications from Alex. I'll see if I can reach her again. Follow me.
Okay. I'm following you. But yeah, it would have been interesting to learn a bit more about the actual work that Gordon did,
We're all clear.
how he related to that work.
Freeman.
Dr. Freeman, you're kidding. Look, I've been on the line with Alex. Her father's been captured.
Oh no.
Over here, Dr. Freeman.
Eli Vance is indispensable to the liberation.
Okay. And
Alex,
also,
it's Leon, and I've got Gordon Freeman with me.
let's let the dialogue proceed, shall we?
Gordon, you made it through Ravenholm. Thank God.
Mm-hmm.
I need your help. They've taken my father. He's been taken to Nova Prospect. The Vortigaunts tracked the ship that made off with him and Judith Mossman. While the trains are still running, I'm gonna hitch a ride. Here's where you come in, Gordon. I need you to make your way along the coast until you get to Nova Prospect. It used to be a high-security prison. It's something much worse than that now. But I think it's still easier to sneak in than to break out.
You wanted to take the coast road? You won't last 5 minutes on foot. It's spawning season for the antlions.
That's why I called you, Leon. I was hoping you still had the
Oh,
scout
hello,
bomb
Mateo.
with you last summer.
Nice to
The
see
one
you.
my dad rigged with the Tau cannon.
Yeah, good idea. Hold on a sec. Norco, bring the buggy out. Put it on the dock right now. Gordon Freeman will be driving it.
Will do. I just finished mounting an ammo crate on the back.
Good timing. Okay, Alex, we're all set.
Thanks, Leon. Gordon, I haven't driven the coast in over a year, but I have no reason to think it's gotten any safer. Meet me in the depot where the trains unload. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in Nova Prospect.
Will do.
Bye for now.
Bye, Alex. Okay, Doc. Before you hit the road, you might want to grab some med kits, restock on ammo, maybe check the map, see where you're headed. There's an ammo supply crate on the back of the car, if that's any comfort.
There's a strange thing in
Stay with
this.
the car. Make use of the thumpers. You'll stand a fair chance against the antlions. I'll radio ahead to let the next base know you're coming.
Okay. Also,
Short
that's
point to NLO. Short point to New Little Odessa. Come in, Odessa. Do you read?
that's actually the first, I think,
The map is
in-game
out
that
of
you've
date,
heard about
but you can still
antlions
see
so
more
far.
or less the route to Nova Prospect. Can't vouch for the road, though. We've lost touch with some of the outposts.
Also,
Short point to NLO.
something which I meant to talk
Short
about
point to New
recently
Little Odessa.
was
Come
the
in, Odessa. Do you
not
read?
recently, in the last stream. There's a
Short
slightly
point to NLO.
strange quality
Short
of
point to New Little Odessa.
the
Come in,
sound
Odessa.
in
Do
this
you
game.
read?
Voices have almost like a hyper echo on them, don't they?
Short point to NLO. Short point to New
Obviously,
Little
this
Odessa.
is because
Come
we're
in,
indoors
Odessa.
and
Do you
there's a
read?
hard ceiling. But even right at the beginning of the game, when Barney tosses you the crowbar, here's something you left
Short point
back
to
in
NLO. Short
Black
point to New
Mesa,
Little Odessa. Come in, Odessa. Do you read?
it's got a weird quality to it.
Hello, Dr. Freeman.
That's just part of the
Car's
sound
all ready
engine, I
for
guess,
you.
for this game.
Hop in and I'll lower you down to the beach.
Oh, I love this car.
Good, here we go.
Which, of course, is an extension of the hovercraft, isn't it? In terms of how it looks and how it behaves, the gun mounted to it, and so on and so forth.
Your magnet's failing. Hold on.
Oh,
Sorry,
we're gonna
Doc.
fall. Yep. Probably need to get out. Antlions! What an introduction to antlions, eh? Let's get my gravity gun. Stand up. There we go.
Get that car up, right? Get the hell out of here.
Up there, are we going? No. Delicate mind. Yep, dead end. Thanks to Desync, I'm not sure what you're referring to. If you have an interesting link, feel free to share it. I'd love to watch or know what you're talking about. Ah, come on, car, come on. We do have a boost, don't we? No. Okay. Out to get. Just gonna blast it up the hill. Down and let's try that again. And up. I remember this bit being a bit difficult actually. And then grab a bit. There we go. There we go. Now this is going to sound really weird, but when I first played this game, I loved the road signs. Again, it's one of those weird things how the strangest things are exciting to you when you're, oh wow, cool, you can blast them up individually, in the late 90s, early 2000s in terms of gaming. Road signs, realistic road signs, were just exciting to me. And I think it's because of this, oh my goodness, that looks real, type malarkey. Okay. What do you think of the Sega Mega Drive and Genesis classics in Steam? I haven't tried the Steam versions. I do have the Xbox 360 and then the Switch port of that. And I like them. If you're talking about the one, I don't know how they are on Steam, but they have a central hub that's meant to be like a 90s bedroom or something. I like them, definitely. And actually, I recently bought on Steam one of the games from the collection. I bought Streets of Rage 2 because I fancied playing a bit of Streets of Rage 2 before I went on to play Streets of Rage 4. Because as soon as that goes a little bit on sale, I'm going to pick that up without a doubt. Because that looks amazing. And also a little bit nostalgic as well. The right balance. Do you think made a series of YouTube videos using glitches like the accelerated back hopping to get through Half-Life 2? That sounds like fun. Speaking of glitch videos, I really enjoy the exaggerated face videos that people do for the Resident Evil 2 remake using the RE engine. Oh no! The RE engine. Come on, car! Off! Okay, jump. Get in the car. Get in the. Ah! Back. Come on! Ah! Wow, jumped very high then. Ah. I know. When your suit sort of goes, laceration detected. I'm sorry. I'm not looking after myself. But yes, the Resident Evil exaggerated face videos I find very amusing. And of course, yes, the bang machines that scare them away. I like that. I remember that. I also like that you don't have to visit all these places on the way, you know, but I always do. Because the coast is pretty cool, actually. I mean, like I said, when I first got this PC, I was really excited to be able to run the Lost Coast, Half-Life 2 Lost Coast software, because I like this coastline. Oh, go away. Go away. Oh, rats. There we go. Another bombing of head crabs. This was worth it, like. Do I hear more movement over there? Yes. Okay. More grenades. Okay. Can I use a gravity gun? Life, ammo, energy, that's good. Let me hear more up there. Anyway. Again, the storytelling is quite good in terms of, well, as you were saying, Willem Dafoe's fruitcake, the fact that you are, the story reveals itself to you, so you find yourself, Half-Life 2 does have weird physics. I think it has exaggerated physics in many respects. It's a bit like the exaggerated echo on the voices. But I like the fact that you come to this house, you can't get in because it's boarded up, and it's clear that a bomb came through the ceiling, the floor dropped in, people were converted into headcrab type things, and someone has sprayed a "Do not enter," you know, "Death inside" sign on the outside. It's good. Now I'm sure if I had thought ahead, I could have stacked up. Actually, maybe I could still stack up boxes to get up there. No, oh, no. Not when I blast them. I can't. Okay, maybe I can. Can I jump up? Yes, I can. Okay, onto the energy box or the fuse box, and over here. No, this is just a porch boarded up, which you can open. Nice, great. So we've got a way out, and I can't resist that noise. I'm going to go and investigate it. Ah! And okay, go. Ah! The poisonous ones. I hate them. Oh, there's a guy covered in them. So you can see why they sprayed "Death Inside, Do Not Enter" on the wall. Did I just send ammo out flying out the window there? I'll go and investigate. And up. And up. No. All's good. On we go. On Highway 17. Actually, how do we proceed? Through the fence, maybe? I feel bad killing all the ant lions. They're just protecting their territory. Although it is kind of funny to run them over. The splat is satisfying. Oh, another boomer. Booming device, I should say. What, my mother's over there? Out we go. Go away. Go away. Oh, they've gone into the shed. I wanted to go into the shed. Go on, off you go. Good. Let's have a look. Crowbar. No, no. Go away. No, oh, rats, rats, rats. Let's go up there. Up to the house. This, I mean, obviously there's very similar tyre swing elsewhere in the game. At the beginning of the game. Oh! I always found the tyre swing exciting as well to play with. Interesting. So this is a watch point. And so just going back to my friend who thought that there should be more science in a game called Half-Life, and also disappointing that Half-Life really cartoony effect when you run them over. That is true. Yes, it is a bit, you know. Yes, but there should have been. There is nothing whose half-life or which, you know, there's no isotope, for example, decaying in the game. It's just a cool sciencey name, and the developers loved it. Oh, nice. Yes. And then you can see G-Man meeting with someone just there with his suitcase. Very cool. But I guess the sciencey aspects hinted at in Half-Life are rewarded in the things like physics and in the game's general attitude to cleverness, being able to overcome any problem. And I've just realised that I'm streaming without my camera on. Let's plug it in and see if that makes any difference. It may not do. I don't want to restart the stream. Apologies for that. I thought my camera was plugged in. But yes, she I think she was a bit disappointed because she's a physicist and she wanted more, you know, more physics to do. But I think the fact is that, yeah, in the smart gameplay and in the fact that these games are physics, in this case a physics engine super demo, I think it lives up to the science aspect. Yeah, no, it doesn't look like my camera's coming in. So, well, at least you can hear me. At least you can hear me. Oh, why did I do that? Right, this way. We've got a little preview of where we're heading to. base across the water, which the Combine were keeping an eye on. If I turn off the boomer, then presumably these guys will move in and deal with it for me. Oh yeah. He's meeting with Odessa Cubbage. Oh. Okay. I'd love to see, in that sense, and of course, who wouldn't love to see? Oh, I remember this. I remember this. I remember getting very excited at this as well. Because look, each of the ropes you can sort of play with, so you can shoot one rope off. Oh, can you shoot the rope off? I seem to recall you could. Surely you can. Is it here? Maybe you can't shoot the ropes off. Maybe the thing I used to enjoy was just jumping on the thing and then the rocking back and forth of the physics. Oh no! Oh no! So that was a slight memory there. I remember being very excited about that, though, about the okay, I'm going to have to turn on the boomer again. Sorry, guys. Just remember that you're scared. Go on, you're scared. Off you go. Maybe it wasn't the Did that just attack me through the wall?
Detected.
Gotta use the rocket launcher, of course. Didn't remember his name. I was thinking, I'm sure the lore adds up. The in-game lore. This, oh, there we go. That's it. This is it. You can rock it back and forth, and I think you can knock the doors open. Can you? I'm sure you could do. Maybe I just remember this being more exciting than it was. Maybe this was the excitingness for me back in there. Was just having a boat that was dangling on ropes and wibblable, as it were. Perhaps. Anyway, let's grab that ammo. I mean, it's pretty cool. Crazy physics, though. Crazy. Oh, I need to get into my car. I'm being murdered by the antlions. Come on, away you go. Away with you. In and go. Yes. And here we are at the station across the water.
Gordon Freeman!
Yes, Gordon Freeman. Hello. Hola.
Hurry, get in the
Hola.
basement. We're expecting gunships at any moment. Colonel Cubbage will be glad to see you made it.
Ah, there you go, Colonel Cubbage. Oh, I'm actually going to need this ammo and life stuff lying about. Although I should probably replenish my life a little bit. He says, Goblin Mauler. What's in here? Oh. Oh. More Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, following. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm a coming.
This steerable rocket launcher is our best bet for taking down a gunship. Hello. I'll
Hello.
be right with you. Now, where was I? Yes. Using the laser guide, you can steer your rocket past the gunship's defenses and prevent it from shooting down your rocket. This will only anger it at first, but if you can survive long enough to make several direct hits, you'll be rewarded with a prize worthy of any mantelpiece. Now, who's going to be the lucky one to carry it into combat?
Anyone?
Yes.
Everyone's
Gordon
looking at me.
Freeman. Couldn't have asked for a finer volunteer.
Thank
Colonel
you.
Odessa Cubbage at your service.
With the medals on his chest as well.
Damn.
Lighthouse
Let me
Point.
just send a warning to Lighthouse Point,
Hello.
and then I'll come right up and lend a hand. Go on. Teach that gunship a lesson it will never forget.
Okay.
Remember, use the launcher's laser guide to steer your rocket past the gunship's defenses.
This is the best thing watching Half-Life 2 whilst eating butter biscuits.
This is Colonel Cubbage.
That sounds like a very doable thing, doesn't it? Just munching away. Particularly while you bump into characters like him. Okay. Oh no! Got him. Oh, I need more missiles. One more. Oh, no, these missiles are these grenades. Rockets. I see. He said it was a rocket launcher. Oh no, grenade. RPG. Rocket propelled grenade. Oh, rocket launcher. I guess it's about. Yes, very, very good voice. Yep. Ah, hello there. Hey. Now he did promise me something for my mantelpiece, so let's go and investigate the where Cubbage fears to tread. That's quite an accusation in the achievements there. Again, I love the sort of the biotech design that's going on. It's it is delicious. Right. Handgun. More rockets, nice. I shall take all of your rockets. And half of your sandwiches, please. You.
Get going, Dr. Freeman. We know Eli Vance is depending on you.
Do you have a sandwich, though? No? Okay. I will go through all your your belongings. I shall take your first aid. Oh, nice.
That's that. I gather you've disposed of that gunship, Dr. Freeman.
Yes, I have.
Your reputation, sir, is well deserved.
Thank you.
I shall have someone open the gate for you immediately so that you can drive on. I understand that Dr. Vance is in great need. Use
Immediately.
extreme caution when approaching the bridge. Radio silence from that outpost leads me to believe it has come under Combine control. Still, you're clearly the right man for the job. You'll make it through if anyone can. Farewell. And please tell Dr. Vance that Colonel Cubbage regrets not having been able to rescue him in person.
I'm sure Colonel Cubbage does
The free
regret
man
that.
must now hurry on. The Eli Vance is held in distress.
Oh, his voice has stopped.
NLO to Lighthouse Point.
I like the. I mean, for modern graphics and modern game design and modern sort of what would the word be? Sort of infrastructure in kitchens and things. This is quite a bleak and bare bones setup, and it doesn't feel real, really, does it? But I remember it feeling very real because of the textures, because of the colours, when I first played this game. There's something about having washed out colours that just feels a step towards photorealistic. I mean, essentially, it reminds me in that sense of how excited I was when I first played GoldenEye and saw them using paper textures for the menus. You know, there's something just very pleasing about that. There's a brilliant Half-Life theory inside the briefcase, a G-Man theory. Is that a YouTube theory, a YouTuber theory? If so, I'll definitely look it up. Without a doubt. Now that I'm going round in circles. Just open the gate.
Drive safely.
Thank you. Excellent. I'll look for that. Loading. Oh no. Car must have fallen from up there and got squished between the rocks. Oh, go on, Antlion, honestly, please, just leave me alone. Poor fella. Oh dear. Okay, right. So it crashed between the rocks, or it was pushed between the rocks, and then someone took its tyres. Desperate times. On we go. Oh. Oh, blimey, I got stuck in the water. Oh dear, I have to gravity gun my way out of this one. Sounds almost like the opening to a slightly aggressive dance track, isn't it? There we go. I thought I spied Combine. Turn on the boomer? That sounds disgusting. I will crowbar you. Take that. Yep, health and energy. Very welcome. Grenade! Granada! Up. More ammo. Interestingly, in this game you can fall from any height as long as you land in water. Interesting. So water has a total cushioning effect, no matter the depth. Well, actually, does it matter the depth? Actually, sorry, because I suppose obviously terminal velocity would go into it, but I guess do you have to be on water that is, or in water that is, say, more than shin height, for example? Could you land in a puddle and be fine? That would be my only idea. I crowbarred you. Okay, extend arm, tract arm, turn left, turn right. Now then, we need to open the bridge. It doesn't matter the depth of the water. That's fascinating. That's really interesting. Now this is fun. Drag the box around. OSHA violation. Nice. Can we just imagine seeing this thing swinging around on the dockside there? That'd be terrifying. Oh, nice. We've got two of them. Two of them. Okay, up. Should you buy a Sega Genesis joystick? Ooh, that's quite a question. Well, it depends. Are you talking about playing them on Genesis, or are you talking about playing them on the Genesis Collection? I'm not sure if the Steam Genesis Collection would be compatible with an old school Sega Genesis joystick. I did get I forgot what it's called now, but there was a licensed. No, was it licensed or was it official? Was it first party? There was a same black as the Mega Drive, as we call it here. There was I need to pick up my car as well, don't I? I'll move my car to a more amenable position. And there was a joystick that was released, and I got my hands on it a couple of years ago, actually, on just before Christmas. I remember going out to cash converters, and it was very inexpensive. And I was hoping that having the joystick, and it had 3 turbo buttons on it as well. I was very excited. That having the joystick would mean that games like I forgot what it's called now. There's a very famous helicopter game on the Mega Drive, which was essentially based on the first Gulf War. If the name comes back to me, I shall tell you. And I was hoping that the joystick would help with that, would help controlling it. And it kind of didn't, unfortunately. Didn't know in the way that I hoped it would. So maybe if you're playing on Steam, I imagine a PC-based joystick, which has the fluidity and the movement that we expect from joysticks, that could be fun. Can I get to that? Didn't you get a Batman? One shape like Batman? I did. I also got one shape like Batman, and that is terrible. That one is terrible. But I love the novelty of it. That said, though, I mean, it was like an awful lot of peripherals in the 90s. Often the fun was partly in a slightly different way of playing. they didn't necessarily work, and I don't think there was the same expectation that stuff would actually work. That sounds terrible, but I don't think there was really. And so I wouldn't say, the gimmick of having an arcade experience at home. I don't think it actually lives up to it in terms of, high quality and responsive gameplay, shall I say. The D-pad is just better, but especially for some of the classic games, like for example Streets of Rage on Mega Drive. So hopefully that answers your question. But as I say, I think if you're talking about playing the Genesis Collection, or the Mega Drive otherwise, or the Genesis Collection on PC, then go for there's nothing remotely stopping you going for a modern control experience with that. I'm sure it's programmed with that in mind. Okay, put the car down. Put the cookie down. Now, do I dare just drop it? Yeah, go on then. Yeah! Out we go. Put the cookie down. I'm here, kill me. Do it now. Oh, there's a recycling bin. Oh, there goes the recycling bin. Combine clearly don't care about recycling. Again, there was a weird echo there on the gunshots as well. I think this space is much bigger than that echo sounds. If that means it's a strange quirk of this engine. Okay. Follow the power cable to open the door. Power cable's in, goes into here. This is something else as well that I very much enjoyed about this game, was the logic, the logical, and this ties into Valve's approach to robot design and other aspects of their worlds. But you follow the power cable. That's how you get the door open, and the switch will be at the other end of that power cable. Again, it sounds like a small thing compared to when you consider modern game design. That's just a standard, isn't it, really? But if Half-Life 2 didn't do it, I'm sure someone else would. No. If games like Half-Life 2 didn't do it, then it wouldn't be a standard today. Actually, go on. There we go. Why not? Why not? Have a little bit of fun with your rocket launcher. Your RPG launcher. Did I get into the trend of Team Fortress 2? I did not. No, I did not. This is where I am a slightly unusual gamer, in so much as I don't really enjoy multiplayer experiences, to be honest, because often other people are completely disinterested in your gameplay experience. Now that there are some exceptions to that, I do and did enjoy Gears of War multiplayer. I played a lot of Gears of War and Gears of War 2 because essentially I was living on my own, and of an evening it was either stay in and play Gears of War or go out and spend loads of money or more money on being out with friends at the pub. Not that I didn't go to the pub, but you know what I mean. Sometimes I just had to stay in and play Gears of War. And also Halo. I quite enjoy Halo, the multiplayer experience in Halo. I did not get into Team Fortress. Oh no, I used my rocket launcher. Okay, And oh no 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 no! I'm gonna fall off. Okay, need to turn around. Let's do this properly. Spacebar skid, handbrake turn, and boost. Oh no no! Wow. Yeah. Okay. Failure to preserve mission critical resources. Presumably they need the car as well as freedom. Okay. So straight line. Let's just drive straight. Boost and up. There we go. That's more like it. Now let's get out and see. I shouldn't have used my missiles. I shouldn't have used them on the so frivolously on the people. Okay. Should learn lessons. Oh. Okay, good. More missiles. More grenades, rather. There we go. I do love this this method of directing the grenades at the enemy. Oh, thank goodness for that. So if you keep the laser on, and they're going to get hit. Paint the target, as they say. Oh, of course, the ammo box in the back. To clear the way. This feels very satisfyingly dystopian, doesn't it? Having to clear the road. More rockets. Thank you. There we go. And just to be clear, the main reason why I didn't go in for multiplayer experiences was just, as I say, because people don't, because I really appreciate in-game worlds, essentially role-playing, and often it's just a free-for-all. Particularly, so for example, Counter-Strike, was it Counter-Strike Go? One of the Counter-Strikes, the Counter-Strike that was released with Half-Life 2, or in and around the same engine. My brother loved it. He could not stop playing it, and I kind of got into that as well. It was fun. But the problem is that everyone just behaves the same. The terrorists and the anti-terrorists team sent in are just running around like headless chickens, essentially, through the map. Headless chickens is not quite fair, but you know, running around, see each other, shoot at each other, and there's no tactics, there's no kind of planning. Okay, this is how we're going to go in, and even if the team was to plan their ingress, then the terrorists aren't going to defend it as real people would defend a building or a map, you know. So yeah, that's basically the reason. And actually, looking at how Beck, who sometimes turns up for these streams, I've been following. I've been made aware of some of his progress on Sea of Thieves on Twitter. Oh, I remember these guys. Wink. And he made it very clear that on Sea of Thieves, one of the great things is when you get a friendly or cooperative crew, or a crew of people that you know, you can really get into that role-play element of multiplayer, being a pirate crew on the high seas. Have I seen Samurai Cop? I have not. I've watched a lot of breakdowns of Samurai Cop, so I feel as though I've seen Samurai Cop, but I have not seen the film in all its glory. Red Letter Media's breakdown of Samurai Cop, I think, is delightful, and also Chris Stuckman's as well is wonderful as well. I have not seen Samurai Cop yet. I do remember seeing the box, that is, when I worked at Blockbuster. I remember seeing it and thinking, what is this about? And the thing is, there were lots of films like that around when that were being rushed onto, in particular, I think onto DVD. There were some really, really crappy films that were being rushed out. You know, that were seeing a new life in on a new format because people were desperate for new films when DVD was newish. And also, frankly, when you could browse boxes physically on the shelves, you know, stores needed something to fill those shelves. So I think I remember seeing it and thinking, what on earth is this? Because actually, if you think about it, the cover for Samurai Cop bears no real resemblance to what goes on in the film at all. If you look at the cover art, it doesn't match up. If anything, the cover art looks more like elements of the Kung Fury short film, really. Kung Fury's backstory with his partner getting sliced into in the alley. So who knows? Maybe the cover for Samurai Cop inspired parts of Kung Fury. I'll have to look into that. What's my favourite game of all time? Oh my god! I don't know. I mean, it's so hard to say what my favourite game is. I think the closest I've ever got to thinking about that in a serious way. I mean, in a serious way as sort of post fashionable lists. You know, sort of. So obviously in school and just sort of at uni, I remember. Yeah, it was a measure of how cool you were, or sort of how compatible you were as a friend or something, you know, which game you liked or which games you liked. And I guess if you'd asked me then, when I was making that kind of list, I suppose I would probably say something like Zelda Ocarina of Time or something. Or more likely, actually, Zelda Link's Awakening. But I think it really... this is probably going to sound like a really boring cop-out of an answer, but I think it depends on my mood. I know that Zelda Link's Awakening and Zelda Breath of the Wild are probably my favourite Zelda games, and sometimes my favourite action RPGs, and probably my favourite games. But again, you know, sometimes I'm really in the mood for this sort of experience, at which point, sort of in the moment, Half-Life 2 is the only thing that will scratch that itch, you know? Scumbags. I suppose if I mean, I did do a while ago a Desert Island games video, and that had a very particular function and purpose, and these were the games that I would want to play for a long time. Not necessarily all just my favourite games, but games that, you know, that I could play for a long time, that had replayability or had an element of variety to them. And also, incidentally, as well, I do plan on getting back to making normal videos at some point. I'm just still in that weird lockdown thing of just enjoying human contact in streams. So obviously, I have lovely human contact with my amazing wife, but it's great to have chats like this, you know. And of course, I don't have to do one or the other exclusively. But anyway, so a while ago, I did that video on Desert Island video games. And I guess that's probably how I think about favourite games lists. What's my favourite sandwich? Oh man, blimey. Probably a really crisp and high quality white bread with a nice crust. Some sort of ham. Probably a nice strong mustard and something called peas pudding, which I only really discovered when I moved to the northeast of England. But peas pudding is very nice. Well, my wife doesn't think so, but what does she know? So yeah, something simple like that maybe. I always like a nice, if I see a new sandwich, I'm always up for trying a new sandwich. There we go. That's more like it. Get the fuck out of the way. Something though that I think people should try, and this is something I noticed that actually an amazing amount of people haven't tried, is haggis. Believe it or not. If you've had haggis, hopefully you know what I'm talking about. But I remember as a child growing up in Wales, about this fabled haggis, and my friends would go, "Oh, it's disgusting. It's sheep's stomach and." But essentially a sausage is traditionally pig's intestines or other offal stuffed with deliciousness, and that's basically what haggis is. But proper, really nice haggis is delicious. Yeah, the barley, the richness of it. Of course, it's not for everyone, but it is utterly delicious. Yeah, exactly. A haggis can be really nice, really comforting food. And sometimes when you hear, especially in the watching YouTube, it's easy to deal in stereotypes, isn't it? But I often see, for example, people in the US reacting very strongly to the idea of haggis, just going, but then again, Hershey's isn't high quality chocolate, so I mean, I don't want to open that can of worms there. But it is not, essentially, it is not what it sounds like on paper. And the same goes for black pudding as well, frankly. What was the other thing you wanted to ask? Why don't I do any more videos like the Why I Love ones? And that's the thing. Precisely. I do have some Why I Loves in mind. I suppose I just, this year it's been difficult, just to sit down and really focus on recording something. But I'm getting there. I'm very, very close to being in that mindset again. Because I love the Why I Loves. Because often, I get to defend something which sometimes is indefensible, like Carmageddon 64. But I do love that game. Carmageddon 64 is amazing. I love it. Yes, I have a couple of ideas for Why I Loves. I also want to do the Micro Machines van video. I've been wanting to do that for a while. I should just get on and do it. And today in the post arrived a second webcam, which I'm going to use to let me do some making and drawing streams more easily, because there is one particular type of drawing that I want to share from my primary school days, and I think it'd be best to share it, hopefully live and in a stream. So yes, I do have plans, and I want to get back to that. Yeah, make that Why I Love videos. Why do I love Why I Love? Why do we love? Why is the sky blue? Well, the answer to that, my friend, is refraction of light and the rejection of the red spectrum. Because red is actually slightly heavier as an element of light than blue. you, don't like you. There's a gravity gun, there it is. Off you go. Don't think there's any ammo around, is there? I cannot see it. But also, I think, you know, as I've said in oh, of course, follow the power cable, Mark. Follow your own advice. As I said in previous, or in a live stream not that long ago, oh, go away! One of the main things I've wanted to do with Super Review is not have this become a job, you know. So in that sense, I don't want to feel. I don't want to pressure myself into producing those sorts of things. I'd much rather do it in a way that it's obvious that I'm enjoying myself, as opposed to, you know, here is the content that I am delivering for you. Because I know people who subscribe to this channel don't want that either. I think part of the fun is the fact that I'm clearly enjoying myself. So, yeah, we'll get there. Oh, I completely missed you. No, I cannot fire up there. Isn't that interesting? Did you just get stuck up on the side? Is that a... There we go. Curious. Curiouser and curiouser. But yeah, so I think one of the first streams I'm going to do using that second webcam is going to be that badge banner video I've been threatening to do for a couple of weeks now. Because I also want to share some of the making and other things I've been doing recently as well. So I want to go over some photos as well, which should be nice. Nice and pleasant. Nice and pleasant. Aren't you meant to pin the billboard guy to the billboard with a crossbow? Hi, Beck. Yeah, hello. Hi, by the way. I haven't got the crossbow yet, interestingly. Have I missed the crossbow? Surely not. I don't think I've missed the crossbow. Maybe there's another billboard guy to pin. I'm a bit nervous about that now. I hope I haven't missed the crossbow. I love the crossbow. I've been going into all the buildings so far. You've scared me now, Beck. Incidentally, I was just praising your description of Sea of Thieves as a co-op experience, which is all the better when you get cooperative people. When you get friendly people who actually want to play the game, do a bit of role play, you know, be a pirate. What's the worst game I've played? Goodness me. Worst game I've played. Well, there are, I mean, obviously, you know, there are games which are bad because they're just made cheaply or quickly. One of them would be, I think, on Steam. Oh, I've got low health. I need more health. Oh no. So one of them would be, for example, on Steam, Yeah, I know. So do I, Beck. I do remember what you mean, but hopefully I haven't missed the crossbow. Anyway, on Steam would be there's one called Black Bay Asylum, which I was going to play actually this Halloween just gone as a video. This was before I was live streaming. And actually, I'm glad I didn't try and live stream that game, because that game is not only quite bad, but it's also actually quite. Essentially, it's made by people who are trying to shock you. I think they may be Russian developers as well. I think they may be Russian as well. Anyway, as in not taking enough time to make the game. EA Star Wars Battlefront. Yeah, okay, I can see that. I can see why, and that's interesting as well. That's a very particular meaning, isn't it, for worst game? But because it's a highly polished game, EA Star Wars Battlefront. It's a well-served game in terms of its in-game economy. Chuckle, chuckle. Yeah, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. I think. I'm trying to think now. I have played some absolute stinkers though. I suppose one of the worst games, one of the most disappointing and worst games I've ever played was. Let me think. It was. Well, no, that's it. Yes, it was. It was the Batman Forever game. That's probably my worst, the worst game I've ever played. In terms of, because it disappointed me on multiple levels. It's a difficult game to control, especially if you only have the standard 3-button Mega Drive control pad. It is. It came along with a Batman movie, which of course now looks a bit campy, but at the time was a pretty good Batman film. And I remember on the VHS they had this sort of, what was it? There's this advert. Was it when good? Was it when good battles evil? The real game begins. And it was kind of it was a reference to one of the Riddler's lines in the film. Now the real game begins. And it was awful, utterly awful. It was on the other side of the bridge to the billboard. I'm going to go back and get that crossbow back. I need the crossbow in my life. In my half-life, at least. I just picked up the crossbow here. Oh no! No, go away. Go! Oh, rats! How did I miss him?
Detected.
Say hello to my little friend. Crossbow. Phew. I nail you to the floor. Oh, well, actually, let's go back. I'm curious now. Let's go back and have a look at the other side of the bridge, because I do remember, because the zoom functionality on the right mouse button 2, as they call it in this game, does let you zoom in and pin people to billboards if you so wish. Oh, he's down there, isn't he? Yes. I remember this. Exactly, yes, I pinned him to the floor. Yes, the crossbow, and also actually the use. I mean, let's just for a second. Let's just look at it. The fact that they use rebar, essentially heated up rebar with a heating filament in the crossbow, is a thing of beauty. That's probably my number one weapon to try and make in the event of an apocalypse. Oh, okay. There's the bridge. Crossbow. I did inspect these stones. Maybe I'm not on the right track, but... Oh, there we go. Yes, there we go. No, I do remember this, I do. I think I must have picked this up here in the past. Because from here, it's just an utter invitation to experiment with the with the zoom, isn't it? Press Z, yeah, hold Z to... Oh, so Z is, of course, Z on the keyboard is it's not a toggle, isn't it? It's a hold on to stay zoomed, and nice. Okay, anyway. Mystery solved. On we go. What side of the road they drive on in this this country that we're in? Well, exactly. Yeah. So you can right click for the scope, and I think I did that back in the house, and then you can hold Z to zoom. Oh, Z to zoom with the that's with the suit anyway, isn't it? That's an aspect of the hazardous environment suit. Anyway, we're back here now. I love the skid that the car does. You don't have to work very hard to make it skid to a stop, do you? Okay, where are you, fella? Where are you? Oh, there he is. Got the noises. Just a thing of beauty. Where are you? Up. And then this sort of thing, like the draw distance here, disguising it as a sort of fog on the bay kind of works, but to a modern eye, this all looks, again, it looks a bit empty, a little bit like the kitchen back in the house, or that house that we stopped in briefly. You know, the light colours and the textures do invoke realism and reality, which was very impressive at the time. But yeah, that just looks a bit empty now, doesn't it? Especially the way the draw distance, you can see the line stays horizontal no matter which way you turn. Right and left. Yeah. It sort of wait, no, not horizontal is the wrong word, sorry. It stays horizontal to the screen, yeah, no matter which way you turn. So it effectively, the fog is kind of changing angle on the water. Anyway, on the water. Have I played GTA 5? I have not. I've played GTA 3, I've played GTA 4, I have not played GTA 5. I looked forward, actually GTA 4, I very much looked forward to playing that when I could. Again, this is one of those stories of not being able to afford games when they were new, so I had to wait a little bit on the Xbox. GTA 5 I know was recently a free game on Epic, and I did download it, so it's now in my games library on the Epic Store, or Epic Storefront, or Games Launcher. But I have not played it. Probably should give it a go. I wish it was like Bioshock where you could take bolts out of bodies after killing some. Yeah, yeah, and again that's just another clue that this game is older, isn't it, than those sorts of games. Being able to retrieve ammo, arrows in particular, is a very satisfying grounding factor, isn't it? Again, we're back to that element of physical expectations being rewarded in the game world. I always loved this bridge section though. I always found it very dramatic. And again, I think essentially from a role playing perspective, really. Imagining what on earth would it be like to be here, you know, be confronted with this massive puzzle having to get across. Take care, Matteo. Thank you for turning up. It's been fun. Cheers. Down we go. I'm trying to remember. We just have to jump over there. Okay. 1, 2, and yes, the music here is very otherworldly. Is a good word. It's almost offers a moment of sort of reflection as you're traversing the bridge. Okay. I love it when games give you that clenched sort of feeling in the depth of your stomach. That sort of, oh, I don't want to fall down from here. Recently, my lovely wife and I were playing. I don't think it was Spider-Man, because in Spider-Man you don't often feel that sense of falling. Foreboding, that's another good word. But we were recently playing a game together anyway, where there was a very strong sense of essentially vertigo. Is the train going overhead on the bridge, I guess? It is relaxed, isn't it? And it's well, again, this is where the Half-Life invocation of science and using your brain is again comes in handy, doesn't it? Oh, this just feels horrible. Do we? Yeah, okay. Oh. Again, I'm getting that horrible clenching thing, that slightly sick feeling in my stomach. Being up high. Which is a beautiful thing if you think about it. The very fact that our brains are able to engage with a digital image in such a way that we viscerally feel vertigo or, you know, a fear of falling. That is really quite cool. Some life down here. Nope, up and up. There we go. Where are they? Oh, that's it. It was the Nathan Drake series. We're playing through Nathan Drake 1, 2, and 3. sometimes, yes, sometimes you just have this horrible, sick feeling in your stomach. So I don't want to fall. What do I do now? Don't. Oh, go back up there. I nearly jumped to my death. We had to go that way. Just there was no other way. Okay, to the bridge again. They can't hit you, but you can't hit them. Always the way, isn't it? It certainly can be. You can hear them. You can hear them though. Oh, yeah, just waiting to scare me. Don't want to throw a grenade at you. Oh, no, no. Oh. Oh. Oh, that was a horrible feeling. And we get to make use of this delightful return mechanism. Oh, that was horrible. Oh, go away, head crabs. Head crabs, it sounds like writer's block, doesn't it? But there's a biological explanation. Oh, I've got head crabs. Ah, I knew something was coming. There. No, down here. Now, it seems quite like you can pick up grenades and throw them back at the gravity gun. I love the crossbow. It's so bad. I am too young for wizard, unfortunately. I just know the meme. The way the head crab fell graceful as a car crash. Truly beautiful. Yeah, and I think that is one of the brilliant things about this and lots of other games that follow in similar veins is the ragdolling, for example, as a beautiful outcome from a game's end. Oh crap! And the fact that games like Goat Simulator, kept some of the unintended consequences in the game because they added to gameplay and the fun that people were having. Oh, no! Why did I? Idiot! Right. Is it? Oh, right. Okay. Sorry, I'm making things way more complicated than they have to be. Let's go through here, you muppet, and up the ladder. Oh. Okay. Well, at least I learned a lesson there. No one going to throw a grenade at me? There we go, metal girders. Always fun. My friend Camille was playing Half-Life 2 and he threw a grenade as a Combine soldier on a cliff, and the Combine just accepted his fate and jumped to his death. That's quite funny. Interesting outcome there. And actually, that was something that I quite enjoyed when Resident Evil 2 was released. Actually, there was a series of well, I think I've talked about this previously. A series of experiments that someone did with the AI there on YouTube. Playing with AI can be lots of fun. Okay, I'm going to deal with this guy again outside. Oh, I missed. Oh! Making me waste crossbow bolts, mister. Yeah. Look at that brick texture. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I love the crossbow. Oh, hello. Hello. I don't want to use up all my crossbow bolts, do I? Although there's some ammo in here. That's weird. That guy's shadow is on the wall. There. Interesting. That's his shadow. And this is the guy. Interesting. Okay. On we go. What am I doing? Trying to be clever. Just got me shot up, honestly. Some health. A regular Norman Reedus. Daryl. As a friend of mine shared a meme the other day, everyone laughs at rednecks until the apocalypse comes, and then you just want to have a redneck as your best friend, don't you? Oh, interesting. No, not big crowbar. I think I saw the boxes and I thought, crowbar. Oh, I shot them both down. Okay, got you once. Need more missiles, no more grenades. Oh, they're back across the bridge, aren't they? They're in this hut over here. Jump! No, they're not in this hut. They're down there. Right. Okay. We can do this. Don't worry about the gunship. Oh! Oh! There we go! Where the... Ah! Climb the ladder! Climb the ladder! Oh! they're not in here. Where are they? Oh, there they are. Right. Phew. Come at me, bro. There's the AI they didn't expect working really well against your rockets. Yes, working really well against the rockets. And they turn it into a story element, you know, with Colonel Cubbage. These will help you to get around the enemy's defenses. Really, I hate this transition here. It's really... ugh! Makes you feel sick. There we go. Back we go. Jump. No! Oh! Oh!
Automatic medical systems engaged.
Okay.
Morphine administered.
Morphine administered indeed. Okay, up we go. Now, looking at the time, it is 5:20. Blimey. Despite my late start, I'm going to have to go soon. We have a duh session. Duh campaign to play. I'll keep playing. But as ever, it's been fun, and hopefully next time I will remember to plug my webcam in before I start streaming. Let's get back to the car and get the car to the bridge, shall we? It's nice to see the zombies and the antlions fighting. Wish you could rocket jump. That would be. Although I think they could probably make that work in the, you know, since Gordon is wearing the HEV suit, make it work in terms of the technology of the game. Surely couldn't they? Half-Life 3 confirms rocket suit. Ah. Back in the car.
Minor laceration
Detected. You're dying, Mr. Freeman. Dr. Freeman, you're dying. Sort your life out. Get it together, Mr. Freeman, Dr. Freeman. Cross the bridge, cross the bridge. There's a train coming behind me. Oh, in front of me. Oh! Oh! Nope. They couldn't blame me for trying. Let's wait here, shall we? Valve can't count to 3. No, you're right. You were correct, Jeremy. Portal 2? No. Okay. Portal 3? No. Oh, no. Oh. Run away! There we go. I love the design of the trains in this game. They got that sort of old... Well, they feel a little bit like Uromob's train in the GoldenEye movie. With a bit of sci-fi thrown on. Gordon, I want a divorce. Major fracture detected. Okay. Down here. Loading. Major fracture detected. Sand traps. Oh, no, I remember this section. Yeah. Tell you what, I'm going to leave the tunnel and come back to this section next time. I don't want to rush through a fun bit of gameplay just to end the stream. So I will come to a skidding halt down here. If I can. Oh, I've beached my car. Okay, I'll get out of my car. Ugh. There's always something, isn't it? Ugh. Ugh. Get into the car. Down we go. Emotional strength depleted. Ice cream administered. Ice cream. A little bit of rum and a night watching The Crow, or perhaps the Highlander administered. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave it there for today. It's been an absolute blast. As I say, next time I will endeavour to remember my my webcam. But it's been fun. Thank you for turning up. And, well, thanks for having me. Until next time, guys, do take care. Bye-bye.